How's it going? Welcome back to another day here in StarRupture. For today, we got a lot of stuff on the menu. Gonna be starting off with the chemicals. Now, we got the blueprint unlocked in the last video, but we really haven't looked at it or see what it's all about, but it is made in the furnace there. So we'll get a job up and running for that, get it piped into the central storage unit right here, and we need a lot of that for doing some of our research. Should unlock some new items for us. The main focus for the day, though, is to set up some of these sulfur extractors. Now, we have those over here, pretty close to base. The problem is our base core currently is overloaded, man. It's right at the tipping point, and we still haven't done any upgrades. I know, man, I know. We got all the turrets set up and stuff like that, but not gonna lie, man, kind of nervous. If you didn't know, once you upgrade your base core, the wave defense starts, and all the creatures come into your base. I'm not sure how much or how many of them, but I'm not I'm not looking forward to it at all. So what we'll do is probably over here on the side, either over there on the grass or over here on the dirt, we'll set up a separate base core, and that'll house all the extractors. We got spots over there for 9 of them, and they're kind of different. We got to wait for the rupture to happen to clean out all the corrosive gas before we can set the extractor down. It's kind of weird, man. A little bit different than the normal stuff, but it's fine, man. It's fine. For the refineries and stuff, though, if we get a chance to set those up today, I think we're going to do it up here. So for the refineries, it'll take all the raw ore from the sulfur, and it'll make it into sulfuric acid. Now, not only that, it'll also take the raw helium and make it into the pressurized version. So we kind of need to set up a whole little factory up here just for that stuff, if we got enough room. And the cool part is, when we set up our storage over here, we pre-allocated some of the units just for those items. So, pressurized helium, it's not unlocked yet, but that'll go right here. We got the sulfuric acid, and we got some of the sulfur ore as well. Now, both sides. So we need to have 2 of the dispatchers for each one of these over there with our other stuff for each one. So that's all piped in. Should be super simple for that part. So, before we get started, let's get the chemicals up and running and kind of see what we need for that. This was set up for some of the inductors for making our building blocks. We got a ton. We got a whole storage inside the base full of the intermediate ones. So I think we're kind of set for a little bit. So we need chemicals. Then over here, chemicals will be helium, copper powder, and, silicone. So that requires ceramics. So for each chemical, you need 3 different furnaces running. So what we might do is, just to fill this up for research, how much do we need for research? I don't want to overproduce. Might just do 1 of each one. Now the thing is, for turning the sulfur ore into sulfuric acid, we also need chemicals. So instead of piping it in from here, we'll set up those refineries over there, or the furnaces, to make that on site. So it's going to be a lot of messing around to have all that self-contained, you know? Where is this guy? So 400. $600, so 1,000. None there. Okay. So actually probably just set up 1 set running. We'll see how fast that it makes the chemicals as well. 1 or 2 sets. So 1 every second. Let's just do 1 set. I think that'll be fine. So this. And then this. Well, that's already set up for the ceramics. Well, that kind of works, man. And do that. So that's ceramics as well. We'll leave that one turned off. And just do it that way. Let's give you all these. And we can drop these. We don't need them. Alright, so that's up and running. That should make those and then output into here. It shouldn't take too long. Okay, cool. So, let's pick out a base core spot and try to get all this done before the rupture happens, and then we'll kind of pop those down for the extractors. Kind of excited, man, not gonna lie. So over here, we got a lot of the creatures that spawn in over there. So having the base core down should kind of keep them from respawning, I'm hoping. Because 2 of the main creatures I'm worried about being this close to base is the it's the big Goliath guys, man. They've killed us every time that we've tried to kill them. So, I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see. So, let's grab this. Yep, I was going to say, I hear footsteps. We haven't used our new rifles too much yet. Hear you. So this one's set up with a scope. Normal on the rate of fire and the clip size. We got this one set up with a higher rate of fire and then almost double on the clip size. So it's not too bad. Eats through a ton of ammo, though. Yep. There we go. The rides, we good? I'm not here for combat today. Remove this one as well. Alright, so let's see about the base core. I don't want to overlap this one and that one if possible. So that one, it goes up to like right here where my cursor is. So it comes almost to the edge. So we want to go all the way down to encompass all of the extractors if possible. Maybe just right up here, right? I mean, actually, that kind of works. It was pretty far that direction. Let's do it right here. There we go, man. So what we need to do is set up the extractor. I think what we'll do is pipe up directly into a dispatcher and storage. Now, even though we don't need all these, we're going to put extractors on each one, so that if we want to expand, we don't want to have to wait for the rupture to happen every single time. Now, for the refineries and stuff, if we put it up on the ledge up there, we're going to need some of the helium too. We got helium currently back over here, and it's piped into the normal helium on this. I don't want to change that. What we'll do is either grab it from right here or right there. So there's a ton of helium around, and that should be big enough for all of our stuff. So let's head over there. We'll try to set up as much as we can and check out the refineries and see what else we need. Because don't forget, for the sulfuric acid, we need chemicals. And we just saw that we need the chemicals, we need the ceramics, we need some raw resource, and we also need the synthetic silicone. So I'm kind of worried about that. A lot of dispatchers and receivers over here, I think. So up here should kind of work. Now, we're not worried about it being perfect looking like we do at our base with the terrain and stuff, because we're not going to be over here very often. Once we get it set up, it's kind of like the other stuff too, where you get it set up and you never return. Unless something goes wrong, or you need to expand. It's always a thing. So, let's get up here in the middle, set up the drone, and see where we want to place our base core at. So I'm hoping to either grab that set of helium or this one in our buildable area. I don't want to have this right there, though, if possible. So let's probably go for that one. If we can, we set it up right here. Game saving? That was kind of weird. That'll grab all that helium. And then also, it almost grabs the other helium as well. That's all this area for buildable. That kind of works. Let's go ahead and set it up right here. Make sure we're over far enough as a thing, though. There we go. That kind of works, man. Huge area to build in. All right, so what we need to do is put the gun away. And I think... How big is the refinery? Where's it at? Not too big. How fast does it make stuff, too? That'll dictate if we need one for each one of the items, or two. So for the sulfuric acid, one every half a second. Okay, definitely just one of those. And one every 2 seconds. Probably just one of each one, right? We can always expand later on. So let's plan out for one of each of these. And let's set it up. Probably running that way. I think it might work. So we need to leave room for a... Well, let's build it backwards. So we need a cargo receiver. Probably just one. That'll be for the sulfuric ore. And we're going to need 1 for helium as well. So, 1 right there. Then we're going to need 2 refineries. They could probably run right next to each other, right? We need a lot of storage here on the backside. Well, not really, right? Let's do it right here. And right there. So helium and sulfur ore. And then just sulfur ore and chemicals. So you are going to be helium 3 for the refinery. And you are going to be the sulfuric ore. Or sulfur ore. Limited on characters. So that works there. So let's pipe these into some storage. I think right here should be fine, right? Try to get them level. Or even. They don't need to be the big platforms either. So that one's just helium. It's only used for this one. This will be used for both, right? So maybe closer to the middle? Oh, that's fine. Doesn't have to be perfect. Again, we're not going to ever see it once we're done. So sulfur into sulfur. And then helium. And that should be kind of set. This will be piped out for helium. Sulfur. And sulfur. Right? That needs to be raised up some. We'll set this one up for the helium.
Rupture activity detected. I recommend finding a safe place.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, so that's kind of set. So you will be this. And you can't select because we need to unlock it. And then it's kind of done. I mean, on that side, right? Now, for the dispatcher, let's do a storage first. Oh, we can't use a camera, that's right. It's kind of weird, man. When the rupture's about to happen, you can't use your camera for the drone. Not sure why, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, we need 2 of each of the dispatchers as well. Right? Got 2 sides over there, 1 on this side, 1 on that side. So this one. And that one. And then this one and that one. Absolutely not. I mean, it works, man. It's fine. Like I said, doesn't really matter how it looks here now. And that is for the pressurized helium. And then for the sulfuric acid. That's going to number 1. This is going to number 2. I know. Cutting it close, but it's fine. Let's get a airlock. Junior, get inside.
Rupture's core is unstable. Head to safety immediately.
Gotta see it, man. Gotta watch the view. So as soon as this is done, we'll run over, grab some more build blocks, and put down all the extractors. And then come back over here and get this kind of sorted out as well. I'm kind of worried about the furnaces. how much we're going to need for that. And the base core here. We might need to do some more of the amplifiers to run all that stuff. Alright, check on this. Got a little bit, man. Grab all that for now. Lines are still cooling down a little bit. Let's turn these in. And what do we need in here for the helium? 3,000 of that. Okay. That's quite a bit. Might be able to get that unlocked today. We'll see, man. We'll see. So that's done. We need some of the electronics as well. Gotta make a power cell. Use to power some kind of machine. Not sure what. I can do those off camera, though, for the electronics. I think we got all the stuff for that, right? And the furnace. 600 more. So a little bit more on that, and that'll be kind of sorted out. So, drop you off.
This data will be useful.
And then let's grab some more building blocks. We got a ton
Yes.
of the intermediate ones. So over here, we're going to need some power as well. And probably just one of the solar panels, I mean, should work for the most part. Now, if we can, I want to build a base core with just the solar panels on it. And then pipe those into over here. It'll relieve some pressure having the solar panels here because those things are super, super expensive. For the base core, that is. So let's try to get these down real quick. Oh, that one's barely outside the base core. Okay. Let's move the base core then. I want to have all those inside if possible. Perfect, man. Perfect. Alright, so we need extractors while we're in drone mode. Let's do this one this way. This one that way as well. I'm thinking about funneling all those over to right here for a dispatcher. Let's get over here a little bit closer. Again, want to set all these up even if we don't use them, just to have them up and running. So I think we can still route all of our drone lines through the corrosive cloud, right? Kind of hoping. Run these down this way. There we go. Alright, so. This. Let's do the rails at a drone camera range because for some reason it's hard to attach sometimes. And it's super annoying. So I have you there. I think what we'll do is kind of just set up these three for right now. And these will all run, these three will run over there. And those will have piped into here for the raw stuff. Let's do this. Actually, you know what? What would be better is... You want to do separate? Go into that? Let's put a sidle here instead. Because then, if you want to set up two of the dispatchers, they can come out of each side and not get clogged up. Makes life a little bit easier, I think. And that'll be for the sulfur ore. Let's do a dispatcher. Just one for the moment. And that'll go to the Sulfur Refinery. Probably at the bottom. Absolutely. So that's set for that one. Okay. That should be good for right now. We'll monitor it. If we run dry over there, we'll just set up one more of the dispatchers right here and have it sent to it once. So for these, let's funnel them actually that way. Now, how many do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6. So we'll do 3 and 3. 3 for this side, 3 for the other side. Exact same way. So we'll do a storage. Do you want to do them up here? Get them out of the cloud? Just for maintenance reasons, you know? Saving. There we go. It's not exactly flat. So we'll do one here. And one over here. Alright, last one right here. Perfect, man. Perfect. Alright, so 2 dispatchers. And then we'll work on some power. So that one there. This one here. Get out of camera mode. Put this away. You will go to the far side. That's acid. We need the regular ore. So there's 2. This one will go to 1. Alphabetical order. They definitely need to sort that out. Alright, so that's kind of set. Let's change these over. Change this one. It's about to start the music, so I'm going to run some power. I'll see you back whenever the regeneration is done. Yep, there it is right there.
Arcadia status. Stable.
And we'll kind of see how this looks. So I'll see you back in a few minutes here. So I think we're kind of set, man. So that's all running. It turns out just one wind turbine on each one of these kind of works. And that's for 3 of the extractors plus a dispatcher. And that leaves us a little bit too in the power grid. So 165 of 200. And then for the base core, 840 of 1,000. So that is not too bad, man. One is not running over there. Neither is that one. Is there a reason behind that? Output is full. Output is absolutely not full. What? Why is it not going on? I don't want to pick this up because
Ah, gotcha.
the rupture's almost done. I don't want to mess it up. That's pumping. It's not outputting onto the drone line, though. You've got to be kidding me. I can't put it back down now. Oh, that kind of sucks, man. So that one was kind of broke. Yep, I know. Easy. Don't die. Please don't die. One over here is doing the same thing. Can you only output 2 into each one of the silos? Yeah, so one over there wasn't working. That one's not working, and neither is that one. Output is full. Well, that's super weird. What if there's a limit on that? So everything is working properly. And we need 3,000 of these, actually. We'll grab out of that storage. But are we sending things off? We are. So that's working. That's working as well. Okay. Fantastic. So the only thing that seems kind of broke is you can only have 2 of the extractors running to each silo. Interesting. I mean, not a big deal. We can always set up another one and pipe it into a different dispatcher if we need to. Kind of leave it like it is. I'll deal with it later. Like I said, I want to have these on each one So if we want to change it up later, we can. We already have them there. I don't want to have to wait for the rupture. That's why I didn't want to pick that one up to fix it, because I knew that was going to happen. And you're not setting off yet because we don't have the receiver set up with power yet. Let's check these, and then we'll head back down over there. We need 3,000, I think it was, of the raw ore to unlock the pressurized helium. I'd like to get it all running today if we can. So that's not running yet. That is storing it. And that is as well. Fantastic, man. Alright. We got plenty of building blocks. So I'll see you at the other location. Finish getting that set up. And we're kind of set. It's going to be a lot with the furnaces getting the chemicals up and running over here, I think. What we'll probably do is set up just some more dispatchers. One over here for the powder, the copper powder, and the one over on the calcium for the calcium powder. And one for helium. Have to get the helium up and going as well. A lot to do, a little bit of time to do it in. Alright, so for over here, how much power are we actually going to need for all this? Let's do a wind turbine. And see how the power generation is. That uses so much of the base core. It's 250 for the base core. Granted, it's a bunch of power. Probably only need one. I'll tell you what, let's just do one. Let's set it up just right here. I mean, 170 is being used. That's massive overkill. 2 of the wind turbines will work out. And those are only 5 for... Oh, wait, not that one. Those are only 20 for each one on the base core. That's plenty, dude. That's plenty, man. We'll see how much we need for the furnaces. So there's the drones going up for over here. Already got some piped in. Fantastic. I like it. I like it. So that's running. Let's do the helium. And then we'll work on the furnaces. So extractors. 1 helium. Let's see what the quality is. Are these all the same? Or does it have like a pure, regular... I guess they're all the same. So we will do... probably storage. Do we need storage? We do need storage. And then 1 dispatcher. You are going to be helium. We need power over here. Should be up and running. Absolutely. And you are going to H3 Refinery. That should be set. Alright, cool. So that's done there. How are we on the base core? Have a little bit. We've got plenty of space to set up the amplifiers if we need to. Now, we're not too far from the upgraded amplifier as well. And that goes from 20 per base core edition to 250 for each one. So, I mean, it's a huge increase, man. So for the furnaces, maybe run them this direction. We need 3 of them chained together. So that'll be for chemicals. That's for the synthetic, and then for the ceramics. Right? We need helium as well. So pipe in helium from there to over here. Let's get these in line properly. Leave some room for some drone lines. So that into there. into here. And this one into there. Alright, so this will be for the synthetics that needs helium as well. We'll do a splitter. Do we need helium for the ceramics? Absolutely not. What I'd like to see. Alright, so this to here. This one to there. And this one into there. Okay, cool. So that's kind of set. You are going to be this. You got power. Give me some of these. Let's set the request limit on 30. No reason to have 100. Have it overproduce, stuff like that. Game saving. It happens. We'll do the same thing over here. Now, what we need to do is set up some of the copper powder. And then, I think just the calcium powder, right? So, copper powder. Calcium powder. Copper powder as well. Calcium sheets. So... copper powder. Probably just need a small one for the other ones. Right? And then we got calcium powder and calcium sheets. We'll do it this way. You into there. This one all the way down to the front, right? Absolutely. So that one's set 100%. This one needs the calcium powder. Let's change these around. Perfect. Reason being, this one goes down here. And that one goes right there. What's that in the way of? Oh, it's up there. Okay, okay. My bad, my bad. Oh, it's coming off of that side. Don't be weird, man. Don't be weird. Double check. So that one's properly set. That's what I was wanting to do. Put you right here. Shrink you down to size. And pipe you in there. Absolutely not. That one might need to be a little bit higher. Down low there. And down low here. Perfect. So this should be all piped in properly. Some food. A little bit of water. Now we need just 3 of the receivers. A couple dispatchers. We're kind of set. Alright, a couple drone lines. I'm hoping that the small storage silos will be fine. I mean, it should be. Just one item going into those, so... no reason to keep a ton of it. You are going to be... that one. Calcium sheets. That's copper. This will be for the... there we go. Alright, so we're kind of set. Let's check on the power. Make sure we're good there. Make sure these are all set properly. And then we'll head over to the dispatchers. We need to grab 3,000, I think it was, for unlocking the powder. Or the pressurized helium. Oh yeah, this too. Yep, there's the power there. So this... that's not unlocked. Okay. Probably just one more of the wind turbines should be fine. Maybe two. Base core is kind of getting up there, but we got all the stuff here that we currently need. There we go, man. Just enough. I know, I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it. Don't yell at me. I hear you in the comments. Set up properly. I like it, man. I like it. So how is the storage over here? So we'll come back and empty all this out. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, why is one missing? Empty all that out, and then empty the ones at base as well. And that should be enough for unlocking that stuff. Alright, man. I'm going to go set up the dispatcher. Super simple at the calcium and then the copper. And I'll see you back over here. And we'll make sure everything's running, I mean, somewhat properly. Look, man. I don't know who put the calcium over on the other side of the world, but holy crap, is that quite the long run to get over there. Oh, man, I hope it's all set up properly. I think it is. If anything, I'll reload my save because I saved it right back over by it. So, this should be producing, right? Oh, we are. Oh, fantastic, man. Okay, so that means all this stuff is plumbed in properly. Thank goodness. So this, we will run over to here. Let's set it up right here. Do we need chemical storage here? Or just make it on demand? Let's probably do storage. Might be the best bet. And then this, set it kind of low. Squeeze in here. That needs to get moved around. Alright, so this will do 30. Same with this. Actually, you know what? That produces very fast. Let's do 50. That produces super fast. Okay, so that's set up. Runs into here. These are set to the proper location. Sulfuric Acid 1 and 2. Nice, man. Nice. So all we're missing is some of the raw sulfur ore. And that'll unlock the pressurized helium. And that is all set for the day. So, let's grab some. We'll grab some of it out of here.
Gotcha.
That's 12. I think we need 3,000 altogether. Right? Does it say over here on this? It doesn't. Just how much we need. Okay. So helium is here. So that's kind of set. Let's change this as well. Before I forget. Oh, we need to unlock it first. Okay. I want to set up the the limit. So that kind of works, man. I like it, dude. I like it. Kind of a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Sucks about the extractors only doing 2 per silo, but at the same time, that should be plenty, man. We don't really need all of them. So we need to go over here and grab some. I think it's 3,000 altogether. That's a long ways down. Easy, Junior. Still got a few slots. That might be enough. So I got 3,000 in my inventory. Exactly. We also got storage over here if we need more. That's something I'm worried about. If we upgrade the base core here and start the wave defense, right? And creatures are coming to this space. Will they get sidetracked and hit our stuff over there too? I don't want to have to do turrets at each one of the mini factories. You know what I mean? It's kind of a pain. We'll see, man. We'll see. Might be able to live with just doing some of the upgraded amplifiers. And not worry about the base core upgrade. Not sure. So, anyways. So, Refinery. There we go. So, that's done. So, all we have to do now is set up all that stuff for the pressurized helium. We should be kind of set. Need a lot of the sulfuric acid for these. I'll kind of unlock these in between videos. Same with all this. So, we need the coil blueprints. And the turbine. So, we're missing 2 blueprints. And then everything will be unlocked at our current point in time. Now, for jobs... I'll run this one in between videos. That's for chemicals. Turbines. Ooh, a lens. Maybe that's made in the assembler. Don't have the blueprints. And I can run this one too. So that's going to unlock the personal storage upgrade. And then some of the limbs. Oh, there's a compounder. Oh, that's where we'll make the lens. Okay, so there's 2 more items. Compounder plus... the assembler. Inventory, wind turbine, and then that's what we're looking for there. And for that one, I will need the coil blueprint. Okay. We're almost done. Super close to being done. I mean, with the early access. Now, what we'll do is, once we get everything unlocked, visit the world machine, whatever it's called, see what that's all about. We'll put everything on hold until the game fully releases. I don't want to keep coming back at each update. So that's going to be for the pressurized helium. But yeah, that way we don't get totally burned out on the game and then not want to play it when it finally hits the full release, you know? So that happened with Grounded. When Grounded went into early access, I played it for like 3 seasons through updates. Then it finally did a full release, and I haven't been back because, oh man, it just gets boring doing the same stuff over and over. And I'm still not sure either if they're going to do a wipe eventually with the updates. If they do, and we have to rebuild all this, I'm going to be super sad, man. But that is all part of early access stuff, right? So, I mean, it is what it is. Kind of comes with it. But at least we know for sure now, I definitely want to come back for a solid 100% playthrough. And we know how to set stuff up, too, so it should go a lot easier. Alright, so last thing for the day, what we want to do is set this up and that up. And I think we already got the dispatchers done. So there's that. Let's do... we'll do 40. Should be fine. This will be for the helium. So this, and then... did we actually name them? Oh yeah, P-helium. So there's the first one. And there's the second one. So that is running. I like how each one of the drones, like, shows actually what it is. It matches the icon of what it's carrying. It's kind of cool, you know what I mean? It's a little stuff, dude. So that's kind of set. So what we did today was got our sulfur up and running. Got the refinery fully up and running. Got some unlocks done as well. Again, I'll work off camera to get the rest of the stuff done. But setting this up over here is a lot easier than having this over at the main facility and then piping it in. Again, the main point of that over there, the main base, is just for the final production that goes into the cargo launchers for the jobs. That's all that I want over there. Everything else, we can set up like this over here. However, we are going to go ahead and leave this one here. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.